I'm sure by now we've all seen that Jubilee episode, or at least clips of it all over TikTok and Instagram, where Pat, who I admire so much and I look up to, it was him versus 20 people on Jubilee, and it was like 20 people with victim mindset. And I really, really, really tried to get through it. I think I got through 9 minutes of it before I was like, I can't watch this anymore. I felt so much shame watching it, because even though I didn't grow up like that, the last 3 years, life has just been really hard. Like, the world kicked me while I was down, and I started falling into that mentality myself. I was falling into the victim mindset myself. And so I saw a little bit of myself in those people, and I immediately had to turn it off, because you're not a victim. You're not a victim. No one is a victim. I was raised by a man who told me all the time, you're the architect of your own life. And it's very true. You are the architect of your own life. Everything that happens to you, good or bad, you have to practice radical accountability. It's your fault. I have such a strong disdain for people who practice victimhood, who are always negative, that when we got scammed by the Qatar agency, I'm sure you guys remember that, the lady who was writing the articles, she did like 5 or 6 interviews with me, and every single time I reiterated to her, do not use my name. My name and the word victim should not be in the same sentence. You can call all the other people on that list, on that agency list, a victim. Do not call me a victim. I can't stand it. Well, the article came out and she called me a victim. And I was livid. I loathe that word. And I loathe people who make it their religion. They're people who are so committed to being the victim of everything that it's their religion, it's who they are. So here are 5 ways to stop being a victim. Number 1, if you're convinced that good things never happen to you or you can't achieve big goals, make small, little, tiny goals. Think of it as like, let's say you want to play a game like in Sudoku, you have to move up slowly. And that's also neuroplasticity. If you can achieve small, tiny goals, you can eventually achieve big ones. And those small wins will allow you to train your brain, neuroscience, to train your brain that you can accomplish anything you want. It's neuroscience. The more you win at life, the more your brain will allow you to continue winning. So even if it just means play a game at home by yourself and try to win at that game, slowly but surely, you will build confidence and you will build consistency that will help you tell your brain, hey, I'm not a loser. I can win at things. 2, be someone else's hero. All victimhood is just being a needy person. And so you go into every single interaction expecting someone's going to meet your needs. And when they don't meet your needs, you're disappointed. And now you're a victim. But if you go into the world wanting to give to people in lieu of taking, wanting to fix something for someone, wanting to be someone else's hero, then you're never disappointed. And usually people will reciprocate that, because you're not coming from a neediness place, and people can smell desperation. It's disgusting on people, right? And so if you don't feel needy and you don't look needy, people are going to help you anyway, and then you're not disappointed. So try to be someone else's hero instead of asking for something. Stop going around the world asking for things. That's where a lot of people who are victims do. They go into the world. Can I have this? Can I have this? Oh, can someone else do something for me? Can the government help me? Can the president help me? Can my auntie help me? Can my uncle help me? You help someone. Number 3, practice gratitude. I've preached this ad nauseum. You cannot be a victim if you're constantly counting your blessings. There's no way. The two cannot coexist in the same realm. Count your blessings. There's always something to be grateful for. There's always a friend that would never betray you. For me, I have a best friend who I know would never betray me, right? And I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful to have a roof over my head. I'm very grateful that I have a car. Even the tiniest little things, say thank you for them. If thank you is the only prayer you say, it's enough. Practice gratitude. Write it down on a list. Here are things that I'm grateful for. And when you start feeling like a victim, go read that list. Say like, well, I can't really be a victim if I have all of this stuff. Number 4, forgive yourself for your past. Forgive yourself for your past hurt, and then hit a reset button. You may need therapists to help you with this, because that's going to be really hard to figure out why you keep picking the same bad people, or you keep picking the same bad behavior and over. For me, I attract users, and I know it's my fault. I take radical accountability for always attracting users, because I have a savior complex. I'm working on it. I reject it. I don't help people anymore. at all. But for years, I had savior complex because I learned early on that you're supposed to earn love. Love is not given to you freely. So I would do so much for people, and then I would wait, to see what they would do for me in return. And they always, always disappoint me. And so I would never forgive the people who used me, but I forgive myself for allowing myself to be used. Okay, I empowered myself and said, Nika, it's your fault. Now fix it. Last but not least, practice radical accountability. I actually learned this in DBT classes when I used to believe in that kind of therapy. But you have to take ownership of your own life decisions. Every single thing that happens to you in life is your fault, including how people hurt you. Because for me, I have learned that there are certain people in my life I have to keep a distance from. Like even with family, I can only visit for maybe 5 to 10 minutes because I need to stay high vibrational at all times. And it will trigger me if I stay around certain people. So you're an adult. Once you're past a certain age, you can choose and decide who is in your life. And if someone is continuously hurting you and you're like going to therapy to cry about it, doesn't make any sense. Just block that person, right? Like it's really easy just to let go of people. So practice radical accountability. Take ownership for every person who hurts you because you allow them into your life. That's it. I believe in you, and I pray you always believe in yourself. Right below, I will no longer be a victim.